something to come in and I can sing. No, not there. There's got to be something to sing, but I'm just waiting for it to come to me. Nope. Oh, nothing to sing. How you guys doing? Let's see who is here this evening. Oh, let's see. I just wanted to give you guys a chance there at the beginning to watch your Monsanto ad. So, yeah, I know that some of you are coming in. You got to watch the ad to make sure that you support sustainable agriculture and permaculture, the good gardening method, and I know that Monsanto is very glad to sponsor that, and thank you guys for taking a little of their money and giving it to me. So, got Hugh, Dana, Alan, Jan, Arch Enema, Big H650, Carolyn, nice to see you here. Carolyn was our hostess up in Gainesville, fantastic. Raven, nice to see you. Jan, Alan, Lori, Nancy, Gabriella. Man, a lot of folks. Hey, Laura, nice to see you. Expat Prepper. Man, alive. Got a lot of folks here tonight. So, it was just an absolute whirlwind. That was probably the most work I ever did on a vacation. Let me answer a few questions here before I go a little further. Expat Prepper writes, "Hello, David. I'm in the Philippines on Negros Island. When should I be doing grafting, in the wet time of the year or the dry time? I'm trying to graft Meyer lemons to calamus lime rootstock." I was actually just talking with Rachel about this evening. My understanding, now, I have to say that most of my, all of my grafting experience has been with temperate fruit in North Florida. So, but my understanding is the best time to do it is towards the beginning of the rainy season, as things are getting ready to pop but haven't popped yet. Like, you don't want to take really active buds that have already opened and that sort of thing. You want to take wood that is about ready to go but hasn't gone yet, and the extra moisture in the air is going to help to keep the grafts from failing. One of the major things that makes grafts fail is they just dry out. Remember, you've got that cambium touching, there's only a little bit of moisture coming through. If it dries out, you get a dry, arid wind and you haven't protected it, phew, thing's done. So the rainy season will help, the high humidity will help. So, let's see what we got here. Play Freebird. Yes, I know about the Grand Solar Minimum. Ice Age now, man. Ice Age now. It's coming. So, no, I'm not sure where you could get Novak Loquat, but I do know if you go down to South Florida, there's a lot of people with a ton of different varieties there, like Spikes Grove Nursery, and which is in Davie. If you get a chance to do a road trip down south, Davie and Homestead, you'll find a lot of the stuff that nobody's carrying up in the middle. So, all right. So, I wanted to show you guys this thing. Okay, this guitar here. Yep, I got a guitar. This is a new one. This is a new old guitar. This is a 1950s classical style jazz guitar, nylon strings. It was actually originally apparently in 11 pieces. When it arrived at the music store, it was at Full Circle Music, Mitch Kopp, Full Circle Music, Oakland Park, Florida. I went in there to get my dad's old trumpet serviced and fixed up because one of my kids is going to learn how to play trumpet. And I saw this guitar and I went, man, let me play it. Can I play it? And the action is unbelievable. It has flame maple on the back, but it has no name on it. Nobody knows who made it, and he hasn't been able to find out. But the sound of it is excellent. It's very unique. instrument, and so I'm going to be playing it. But shout out to Mitch, who rebuilt this beautiful instrument and brought it back to life. Look at all those classic tuners on this thing. I mean, he did the neck so well. This thing plays like a champion. It's a very weird guitar, and he gave me a deal on it because he just saw that I loved it, and he said it had been sitting for a few years. Nobody seemed to get this guitar. Well, I get this, and I love it. It's beat up, but it's been reassembled. He had to re-glue all the bracing. The top was all in chunks. He had to put a new bridge on it. I mean, this thing has been through the ringer, but it is now back in playing condition, and I am very happy to have it. It's very nice. I've wanted a classical for a while. Play some more jazz. Oh yeah. So anyhow, I'm going to get into what we're doing here tonight. Thank you all for all of you that came out to the workshops. I got back in on Saturday afternoon, and I just crashed Sunday. I went to church in the morning, and then in the afternoon I fell asleep. It was a heck of a trip. We ran and ran and ran. The South Florida talk was so full that the first part of it, that we had to break it into two, because there were actually so many people that came. I had to do a second workshop in the afternoon, and so I'd say we probably had 60 to 70 at the first one, and then 60 to 70 at the second one. Now, not all those people had bought tickets because kids got in for free. I let some retirees in, and I think a few people just showed up and actually didn't pay. But I made this huge handout for everybody. Over 3,000 words, in the handout with some pictures, and I just did species after species after species for the canopy, for the sub-canopy, the shrubs, the vine layer, and all that, and just gave, basically just put out as much information as I could. So everybody that came, I hope, found it worthwhile. But beyond that, we had people bring so many cuttings and things. Check this out here. I got a pile of plants right here. Look at this. People were bringing all of these plants, cutting seeds and passing them out. Pigmaster, that's not his real name, but you guys know him here because he shows up in the chat all the time. He brought these horned melon seeds. One gentleman came by and actually just dropped off a bunch of plants to give away to people, but he didn't have time to catch the event, so he actually dropped off a bunch of stuff and then left. Like, he just wanted to make sure that people had stuff. It was so cool how many things we had and we were able to give away. Let me show you a few pictures here. This is me here talking to everybody in the backyard. This is the middle of the food forest. This was the afternoon session, I believe. Yeah, this was the afternoon session. The light's going the right way. And so this was the second one of the day, and I was getting scratchy, man. After that first one, I was burnt out. So, but I pulled it together, had some coffee. We did the second one too. It was a lot of fun. And look at this gal here. You see this gal? Do you notice what she has in her backpack? Let's see if we can see that. This is the way to do it. Dress classy, and she's got plants in her backpack. She's got a hunk of chaya sticking out of the back of her backpack. One of my sisters was like, "This girl rocks. Your gardening friends are serious." Let's see, we got another one here. This is, let me show you this, guys. Amy Stanley showed up, and she brought these really cool shirts. Look at that, Great South Florida Food Forest Project. Grow your own, like David the Good. Here I am with the Stanley family, and you see my sister on one end, Christy the Yam Fit girl, and then I've got my arm around my mom there. This is her food forest, and we're standing in front of the food forest there. Man, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. And I put a link to Amy's website below. She does screen printing, and she brought these boxes of shirts in all different sizes, from super large down to little kid sizes. And she was selling them for $5 a shirt. So basically, it was like, it's got to be below cost. I mean, because the shirts are really nice quality, and then she screen printed them. I mean, and then she's like, oh no, you know, just take the money. I'm like, no, you got to be kidding. I mean, she did so much work, and like on the design, you can actually identify the species. I mean, that is some serious planning, beautiful artwork. Hey, I'm alive. I'll see you. Good night. Have a good night's sleep. That was my son coming in to say good night. Love you. And so she came in and like just brought all of this, like just pile, and she did them in green, and she did them in another kind of a sandy green, and then she had these coral pinky ones that you could see the girl in the front wearing. So cool. Yeah, I mean, I love the shirt. I actually bought one for Rachel and brought it home. And man, and then, you know, I didn't even get into the North Florida stuff. I mean, Carolyn, who is on the chat tonight, she hosted, I caught a ride up, all the way up north there to Gainesville with a friend who had come down to my South Florida workshop, Sam, Scrubland Avenger. And Scrubland Avenger drove me all the way up, and then I stayed with some friends up there, filmed some videos. I went over to see Mart Hale. He created a rocket oven, like an oven. He's baking bread. We had some of his home-baked bread in an oven, and he's just burning like these little sunflower stems, and he's burning like this much fuel and cooking multiple loaves of bread. Unbelievable, beautiful piece of engineering based on some of the Permies designs, plus his own experimentation, because the guy's like just genius level. So we got to film that. And I went and the video that I just posted a little earlier, that is a starfruit tree growing out there in North Florida. It's gone through freezing nights multiple times, no damage. Got starfruit all over it, doing fine because he's pushing the zone. It's my friend Curtis is doing that, but he doesn't want to be on film, and he's really a humble guy. So it was crazy. It was a lot of fun. And then the talk in Gainesville, I'd say we had 100 people. I mean, I was like, Carolyn, she's like, how many people are coming? Was it like 20 or so? And I'm like, oh, people keep showing up. So anyhow, man, it was great. So anyhow, I just wanted to show you guys that stuff. And now we also have this. I came home and saw that I've hit 60,000 subscribers. So thank you to all of you for subscribing and sharing the videos and putting that around. That's really cool. And I wanted to also show you, this is a freeze frame from my lasagna gardening. Let me see if I can pull this thing a little bigger. This is from my lasagna gardening presentation. The lasagna gardening presentation that's running at the Homegrown Food Summit right now. This is that's a freeze frame, and I'm making gardens basically from scavenged materials and putting it together. The Homegrown Food Summit ran this early this last week, and I wasn't on to promote it or anything because I was traveling, or this last week. And but they ran it, and then it was quite popular. And Marjorie Wildcraft writes, and she's like, "Man, people love you." And they're running it again. So I think they're running it again today and tomorrow. And so you can sign up and watch that for free, along with all the other presentations. They decided to do like a 2-day thing where they ran all the presentations again. So if you want to watch them for free, this is the last hurrah, and then the whole set is for sale. You can buy them too. It's not that expensive. You can get the whole set. Here's the other one. 21 amazing trees you can grow from seed. I actually did 2 presentations this year. So this is me filing seeds from a West Indian locust tree, which is a way you can get them to sprout. It's amazing. Some things you put the seeds in the ground, they just don't sprout. You can nick through the hard seed coats, and I've got a bunch of tricks like that in the video, and I share why you should be growing your own trees from seed and the many benefits of doing so, and talk about grafting a little bit too. So you can watch that right now. There's a link below, and if you just sign up and watch. You can watch for free, but check your inbox because they'll send you an email. You can't just like go sign up and then you won't see anything, because a couple people wrote me and they're like, I signed up, but this is a scam. Thumbs down. I'm like, no. You like check your email. So they checked their email and there it was. So anyhow, 21 amazing trees and lasagna gardening, which is a great way to improve your soil long term, and it grows really well. So anyhow, that's okay. That's a lot of stuff there. Anyhow, so I wanted to answer some of your questions now. I don't really have like a straight up, talk or presentation or anything to do tonight. I was just keyed up from my trip. It was great meeting a lot of you. You went to see David the Good. That's funny. So let's see. Archanimus67 says, I need to sign up for the literature. Will you send the plant name list with that? Yeah, if you drop me an email, I can find the handouts and send them to you. I write everything in LibreOffice, so I will send you an ODT document if you want it. It is David at FloridaFoodForests.com. Yep, got Everglades tomatoes. So, multiple people asked me if I was going to be coming back through Florida anytime soon. Scrubland Avenger wants to set up something at his property. And I was originally going to just say, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it for 2020. But while I was gone, I got a call from my wife and, found out we're going to have another baby. So, looks like I'm probably not going to be doing any tours next year. Because I'll probably be painting a nursery, and not a plant nursery this time. Let's see. John B says, welcome back, David. I've been binging on your older videos since you've been gone. Well, I appreciate it. Every watch is worth a tiny fraction of a penny, and so if you watch enough, I'll get like a whole penny. And anyhow, I mean, I'm glad that you're watching them. I'm just teasing. So let's see. Yes, Mart is glad that I made it back. I'm glad too. It's actually, man, I had a lot of fun. But like, I was bringing a bunch of stuff back with me, some clothes. I brought back a Berkey water filter. You can bet I brought it in my luggage. And I'm sure that thing went through the scanners. I got a TSA notice inside the package. This has been inspected. They pulled the whole thing out. Like, it's got multiple filter canisters and this big metal canister. So I finally have a Berkey water filter. But the TSA, maybe they're just really interested in water filtration, but it got searched. So. Raven says, the lasagna presentation was awesome. Classic D to the G. Yeah, thank you. I had fun. I had a lot of fun. And I love doing the trees thing, too. It's funny, they asked me if I would do a lasagna gardening presentation. I've done lasagna gardening off and on. I like the method. It's very useful in particular instances. Build soil quickly. It's nice to get rid of weeds. It's not my main thing. But the trees from seed is kind of a little more of my esoteric topic. But people seem to like the lasagna gardening one a little more, but let's see here. Orlando Permaculture Project says, I read loquat trees take 8 to 10 years to get fruit from seed. Can I cut that short? I would be babying it for sure. Mulch like 4 foot mound, water regularly, etc. Yeah, I mean, you could do that. I mean, mine fruited in 6 years from seed, so not a big deal. And if you want it to go way shorter, graft it, and they'll fruit in like 2 years. So, I mean, if you have a seedling, the seedlings actually grow quite quickly. It's just they have a little bit of a longer juvenile period. You could probably get it to fruit in 5 or 6 years. But if you want it to fruit in 2 to 3 years, get a seedling when it gets, I would graft them when they're like 4 or 5 foot tall, and then you can get fruit a lot quicker if you take a graft from a mature tree. Yeah, I'm going to be okay with the Ice Age. There's more than one reason I'm here. It's the volcanoes that are going to get me. So yes, thank you very much for the congratulations. Yeah. Yeah, cherry pitter would be nice. Oh, thank you for the super chat. SPQR Cincinnatus. Modern Cincinnatus. Congratulations on your new baby. Maybe in 2020, tours of the tropics. If you build it, they will come. Yeah, I am very tempted to throw something down here. Yeah, I will have a baseball team. Casca says, headed to Tampa for 8th Annual International Cuban Sandwich Festival this weekend. That sounds awesome. Oh, man. Raven Wolf says, I brought a few plants home from Florida. I put them in a diaper bag. In the diaper bag, TSA never searches. You know, they shouldn't be giving you a hard time about plants domestically unless they're actual invasive species. So, Ananta Meyer says, saw you in North Florida. Thanks. You finally convinced my husband to save his urine. I'm sorry. That's not what I expected. I'm glad that I can really help with marital harmony. Thanks. You finally convinced my husband to save his urine for our garden. I've been trying to get him to do that for years. See, finally. Ay, ay, ay. Pastor Don Alborn says, congratulations on new baby coming, Psalm 127. Oh, yeah. Oh, great. Now I've got to look up Psalm 127. Oh, I'm sure I've read it. I just don't remember what it is. Okay, let me see here. We will read it. We better read it in KJV, right? I don't know what type of pastor you are, so let's see if we. We're gonna do King James. Let's see if we can find like the oldest version of the Bible. All right, let's see. King James version. 127. Except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it. Except the Lord keep the city, the watchman waketh, but in vain. It is vain for you to rise up early, to sit up late, to eat the bread of sorrows, for so he giveth his beloved sleep. Lo, children are an heritage of the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is his reward. As arrows are in the hand of a mighty man, so are children of the youth. Happy is the man that hath his quiver full of them. They shall not be ashamed, but they shall speak with the enemies in the gate. Yeah, amen to that. Every one of the kids is a blessing. It's amazing. Really amazing. Let's see. I currently have 8 children, so this will be number 9. Steve wants to know how many kids I have. Brett, you can watch the 21 Trees from Seed video. It's like running right now. If you go to the link and sign up for it, they decided to run it again in Encore Day, which I didn't know they were going to run everything again. So they're running it again, so you can catch it. There's the link below. Jerry Paul says, I'm saving coffee grounds. It's a start. Yeah, I mean, start with coffee grounds. Next thing you know, you're composting human waste. I mean, it's just like, it's a slippery slope. It's a nasty slope. Carolyn says, congratulations, you need to do a few more workshops to pay for all those children. And the children pay for themselves, it's farm labor. Pastor Don Elborn writes, KGV works, LOL, Reformed Baptist. All right, yeah, we went to a Reformed Baptist church for a while, but we're infant baptizers, so they wouldn't let us take communion. Boy, it's rough. So I had to jump out. I'm a Lutheran now. Very conservative Lutheran, not like the tattoos and shaved head type. Behavior says, I hear they're cheaper by the dozen. Yeah, I enjoyed that book. Birthing an Army. Let's see. Jan says, I'm finally making progress with my hubby on compost. He asked me today, did I want the leftover salad with dressing put in it? I said emphatically yes. Arch Anima, what about the placenta? Compost or dinner? Look, we're not savages. We wouldn't waste all that meat. No, compost. 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 All right, so SBQR Cincinnati says, I hosted a class on composting animals. It can be done even with animals as large as cows. Absolutely. You know that thing I read, one of you guys sent to me about all the chickens that they composted after the hurricanes went through. They composted all these chickens. Now, why are they always telling us we can't compost stuff like that? You can compost. You gotta do it right. Let's see. My pumpkins are looking sad. Any suggestions to perk 'em up? I think you've got to describe a little better why they're sad, because I'm not exactly sure. I mean, do they have white mildew or something else? So, yeah, tell me what's up with your pumpkins. I mean, when you say they're looking sad, I'm not exactly sure. I mean, they could be short on water, they could be short on minerals. I mean, if they're looking yellow, they could have nitrogen deficiency. There could be a pH problem in the soil. Behaven said, cat died last week. I planted a blueberry and some flowers on them. Good idea. I'm your Huckleberry says, which tropical cherry if you could only do one? Acerola cherry would be my first choice. Yeah, and then Jamaican cherry, cherry of the Rio Grande. Suriname cherry would be fourth. Deanna says they're just not growing quickly, growing kind of slow. It depends. If it's cool right now, they're not going to grow fast. They'll grow very slowly until it warms up. But if it's warm and they're growing slowly, they probably could use some boosting. You could water them with some diluted urine, with some fish emulsion, with some compost tea, foliar feed them in the evening so they can soak it in with the dew, and do that like once a week. Oh yeah, man, I would die. I would die up north. I had to borrow a jacket because it was like 60. No, I haven't listened to anything from John Kemp. Hey, Denny's. Nice to see you here. He says, hey, David, I caught your stream after dinner. Now, I didn't realize I got to meet Denny's. And remember, I first thought he was a black girl because Denny's, it's Denise. It's Denise. It's Denise with a Z on the end. I was like, oh, it's like a black girl, like gardening and stuff. And like, she's one of my fans. And then he's like, actually, I'm a guy and I'm Turkish. I'm like, oh, that just like shattered my preconceptions. So now I'm picturing a guy with a scimitar, storming Byzantium. So anyhow, I got to meet him. He actually got to play this guitar. He's a good classical guitar player, and he brought some actual like Turkish folk classical music and played through it in the living room. It was awesome. So it was really fun to meet. No, I don't know any Jack Johnson. Yeah, this guitar, I am going to record this thing because it's so... Says, question, can I add drywall scraps to my garden instead of burying bags of gypsum? Probably. I don't know if I would, though. But I just wouldn't trust what's in it. I mean, Chinese drywall. Who knows what's in it? Not sure for sure. I'm a little more questioning on some, things that may have some chemical additives and that sort of thing. There we go. Orlando Permaculture Project says I wouldn't add drywall. They spray it with fungicides. You definitely don't want that. I'm Your Huckleberry says I can't find Pakistan mulberry. Anyone? Yes. Burnt Ridge Nursery. Look up Burnt Ridge Nursery. It's a mail order place. They should have it. This song is 5'2" and eyes are blue, but oh, what that 5 foot could do. Has anybody seen my girl? I just saw a maniac, maniac, maniac. It's a 5'2" and eyes are blue. I don't know all the lyrics, but 5'2" and eyes are blue, but oh, what that 5 foot could do. Has anybody seen my girl? So there we go. Burnt Ridge Nursery. I bought from them. They have some cool stuff. So I'm gonna answer any more questions we got here. So early 1900s. Like I think it's actually from the teens originally, but it got covered over and over again through the 20s and 30s. Make sure I don't play with my mouth open. My wife picks on me. She's like, "You start playing," and she's like, "You're just like staring up into space." I gotta remember that. Yeah, sing the comments. What's next for your garden now that you're back home? I'm waiting for the rain. The electrical inspector is supposed to come this week. Yet again, maybe he will come and ease our pain. I'm waiting for him to make sure I get current so I can take over power tools. And then I'll put in a nice big shed and I'll start digging my garden beds and I will build a cottage or two. Yeah, I'm not going to stick my tongue out. Oh yeah, Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer true. That's a good one. I'm half crazy over the love of you. Pastor Don says, question, I have much of my property here on the MS Gulf Coast that never dries out. Any recommendations on what to plant? Yeah, first of all, I would look around and see what grows in that environment. What kind of wild plants grow under those conditions? So, down in South Florida, there were a variety of wild and edible plants that grew in marsh situations that we could grow, and so start with that. Like, okay, what's naturally here, and that should be a very mild climate. So, you could probably, some things you may just want to mound up some big areas and plant on top of the mounded areas, and then see what kind of edible, marsh plants you can grow. Down in Central Florida, I would have grown taro, duck potatoes, dasheen. You could grow tanya. You can grow sugar cane. And you can actually grow bananas under those situations, provided it doesn't get too cold in the winter and start making it. Marsh wiggles, yeah, that's good too. So, I think, unless we got any more questions, this is just kind of my welcome back stream. And, I think I should just retire now. I mean, I had a successful tour. I sold some books. I signed a few autographs. Got to hang out with some beautiful people. Filmed some videos. And I came back. I've got 60,000 subscribers. And I got a guitar. So I should just quit at this point. Maybe before, next thing I'm going to be doing is like imploding faster than a YouTube vegan star caught eating fish. So, yes, duck potatoes grow in water. Swampy, so. Natasha says, "Wish I could have made it. So awesome to have you back." Well, I appreciate it. I'm gonna keep doing the live stream thing for now. When I get over to the new land, I may not have internet, so it's gonna get interesting trying to do this. Pastor Don says, "Have sugar cane and bananas and a lot of weeds." So you can get some duck potatoes out there and some taro. Those are both very good. You can also eat a lot on cattails if you can get them to grow there too. You can also grow some water hyacinth or azolla and things like that to use for compost. Buying Zalba, I like it cooked. I don't really like it raw. I would say sauteed is really great. Carolyn asks, "Are you going to post the video of the North Florida workshop?" Also, my husband Alfred says hello. Glad you're home safe. Yeah, your husband's a great guy. I enjoyed talking to him. Very brave to host all those people and just let you do it. You guys were amazing. We should have sent more people over to all that food that you had out. I mean, she had so much food, and so many people brought plants. It was just incredible. It was like the children of Israel leaving Egypt and just carrying all this amazing stuff around. It was great. So, but as for am I going to post the video? That's an interesting. It's an interesting thing. Let's see. I'm gonna make sure I have the address on this right. I'll let you in before I'm supposed to. I got asked to be part of a online TV station subscription service, and I am under the Survive section. Let me drop the link here. This is going to be big. Unauthorized.tv. This is going to be, I've already got a bunch of my videos up there, and there's going to be videos up there. Now I can offer memberships on YouTube. And, for members, it's $5 a month, and you can get, exclusive videos and content, and, your questions when you're in the stream are highlighted and all that kind of stuff. It's nice. It's a nice way to support people that you follow. However, YouTube has a bad habit of demonetizing people and giving people problems over various things, and I think the YouTube thing has gotten really big, and I appreciate YouTube, and I haven't had any trouble, and I'm not controversial except in like Master Gardener circles or anything. I stay out of politics for the most part, and I just that's not what I want to talk about. So, but at the same time, even though everything's going great now, I've seen them kicking people off, and I've seen some of the gun channels get demonetized, and some conservative channels get demonetized. Some far left channel got demonetized too. There's like, I just wonder what's going on with some of this stuff, and I don't really want to put all my eggs in one basket. And so I was asked, would I be part of this unauthorized TV, which is kind of a curated thing, and they, I said, yeah, why not? And so they're offering me the same deal as YouTube offers with memberships, it's like a $5 a month thing. But I don't have memberships yet, but it's going to be set up in the next couple of days. And what I'm going to do, I have like hours and hours of videos that I would normally sell, or that I just did for like the Homegrown Food Summit or the Home Medicine Summit and things like that. So I've got hours of content that is locked up right now that I haven't put out because it was very time intensive, and I did it for specific things, and I thought, well, I'll sell this in the future or whatever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it to them, and anybody could sign up for a $5 a month subscription, that money comes to me and it doesn't go to Google. And I also will just put up, I just finished editing the South Florida workshop, 2 hours of Florida Food Forest workshop, and the tour, the full tour, the question and answers, and basically everything you would ever need to know to put together a working food forest system with low maintenance in Florida's climate. So that South Florida Food Forest workshop, the 2 hours of it is going to go up there exclusively. It's not going anywhere else, so it's not going on YouTube. And I am going to do the same thing with the Gainesville workshop, though Carolyn, I can send it to you directly. You don't have to sign up for anything. But for everybody else, that's a way you could support me, and it helps pay for the camera and all that stuff. So, but anyhow, I'll let you guys know about all that when it comes out. A couple of more days. Rebo Tees says, I'm boiling up some maple syrup here. Orlando Permaculture Project says, hey, what's that tool you use to till the ground that you stand on and pull back? Tractor. That's my tractor. No, it's a mule. No, it's a broad fork. I'm just kidding. It's a broad fork. Maple syrup, man. I would love to do that. Yeah, you got to catch it just the right time. Natasha says, I talked to the master gardeners. I got a little turned off by pesticides and flowers. Non-edible or medicinal flowers made no sense. Yeah, I mean, it's really funny. The master gardeners are starting to pick up some of my stuff in Florida and use it, which is really cool. I ran into somebody that has been teaching some of my tree stuff, and it's like when I was there, I was the black sheep, but it's starting to catch. So I'm making a difference, at least in Florida. Yeah, see, it's not good to have all your eggs in one basket. So I don't want to just do YouTube. This is going to be completely, it's my own channel. I can put up whatever I want, and I can put stuff that's as long as I want, and it won't be directly monetized, but I actually will get a percentage of whatever people invest into it. Like if people just sign up for the subscription for the whole channel or whatever else, or they sign up for one of the other people that are on there. There's comedian Owen Benjamin is on there, political commentator Vox Day. There is a Swiss survivalist, his name escapes me at the moment, who's very sharp and talented. He's going to be on there. So it's going to be like politics and comedy and all kinds of other stuff. And then there's me, the gardener, and I'm like, you know, again, I'm like the black sheep, but that's fine. I'm a Huckleberry says, my other car is a broad fork. Yeah, I mean, you know what happened is everybody went to YouTube, and so YouTube is the only game in town, and it loses money all the time. YouTube is constantly losing money, but Google keeps it up because YouTube is a valuable property for them to own for various reasons. But nobody can really compete with YouTube, so I don't care about competing with YouTube. But it is nice to be able to have a subscription service that's independent, you know, completely independent. It doesn't matter if tomorrow, you know, the advertisers decide they don't like YouTube or whatever, because it'll be supported by the viewers. Instead of sitting there and watching ads and getting sold to all the time, you throw in $5 a month and you can watch everything you want. And some of my stuff is going to be up there for free, so you can go and watch for free. And then later you say, "Oh, I want to support David the Good." They're telling me they hope that I can get 500 subscribers. They would be happy if I can get 500 paying subscribers. If we get 500 paying subscribers, they get a percentage of the money that comes in. I get the rest, and then basically I can just do all the videos I want, and I'll probably drop back on YouTube a little bit, and we'll have both of them going. So it'd be cool. Yeah, we're talking about unauthorized.tv. Owen Benjamin, Vox Day, the survivalist guy. I gotta look him up. 1 second. Gotta find a guy. Urban Apocalypse. Yeah, Piero San Giorgio. Piero San Giorgio. A lot of his stuff is actually in French, and so he is up there too, which is really cool. I'm actually hoping to interview the guy because I was watching some of his videos today, and this guy is really sharp. So anyhow, yeah, birch can be tapped. I think actually you can tap walnut. You can tap too. Yeah, be sure. Let's see. Be sure to go sign up. There's an encore. At the Homegrown Food Summit, you can watch away. Every single presentation will be playing again. So sign up at the link below the video and you can watch them all again. I rhymed again and again. That was lazy. But I'm not known for being anything but crazy. Even my rhymes get a little bit weird. Oh, beard. There we go. Derek Clausen says, sorry man, but I am here. Was reading my nightly Bible piece. You should read it out loud on the... Yeah, no, you can't, I guess. Yes, it needs barbershop harmony. Bird starts right after maple. Lilies aren't very good. Nathaniel says, love the lasagna gardening video. Thank you. And Ributi says, I'm actually tapping Norway maple trees, which are an invasive species. They cover 70% of America's streets. I did not know that, but I'm glad you're using them for something. My talk in North Florida, I had some Dioscorea alata with me, which is the big yams that I like to grow. They're on the invasive species list in Florida. And I had a whole bunch of bulbils, which you could plant to grow new yams. And so I had a bunch of them with me, like a bag of them, and you're not supposed to, sell them or have them or whatever. And I'm like, so what I did is I brought the huge roots. I said, look, this is the potato for North Florida. This is Dioscorea alata, the greater yam. This is a lot of calories. Nobody laughed at my bad pun. Dioscorea alata, a lot of calories. No, it wasn't funny at all, but I tried to make them laugh. Please clap, like Jeb Bush. And I'm like, look at this thing. Unfortunately, this is an invasive species. So I have here a bunch of the bulbils, which form on the vine late in the year. You plant one of these things, it grows into a giant yam. It tastes just like a white potato. But unfortunately, because these are invasive species, I want everybody to take one home and destroy it. Take one of these bulbils home and destroy it. And the best way to destroy it is to bury it about 2 inches deep next to a fence. They hate that. So that was really funny. You can plant those yams right now. You can plant the yams right on through into about April or so, and then they tend to start drying out, or they'll just sprout on their own. They'll like sit on the counter and sprout. They've got little timers in them. Yeah, invasive yams. Invasive yams. So many calories. But the government says I shouldn't grow these. I like my Dioscorea. Vine and thick and vine and tall. I like my Dioscorea. Invasives one and all. But the government says I shouldn't grow these. Behaving says, I want some elderberry, but I don't think it will grow in the desert? Question mark. So it's kind of up talking, but I don't think it will grow in the desert? So it's sort of like asking a question, but I don't think it will grow in the desert? I don't think it will grow in the desert? Yeah, okay. So it doesn't like the desert. It likes a semi like a moist. I mean, they're like marsh side species. So what you do is you run your gray water out of your house and you plant your elderberries next to the gray water drain. I punched a hole in the wall and I ran my kitchen sink out, scum and everything, into a bed of bananas. They went crazy. I think the elderberries would do it, even though it is desert. Carolyn says, I'm planting mine, going to cook the one you left me tomorrow night with some chicken and collards. Yeah, I left Carolyn a great bake. yam so she could destroy it. You're destroying it. Good job, Carolyn. Yeah, Jenny wants to know, where can I get some of this invasive yam so that I can destroy it? Depends on where you are in the state, but a lot of the permaculture people pass them around. You know, it's like this weird club. Okay, don't get weird, Archenova. That's too weird. Yep, do it with a washing machine. That makes sense. Top Secret Bear says, where do they come from originally? Now, I had heard Africa, but I think they actually might be from Asia originally. I think the Dioscorea alata is actually Asian. They just grow so easily that they've got listed as an invasive species, which is ridiculous because they're delicious. I mean, they're excellent. They show up, yes, they show up in small colonies, but nobody knows you can eat them, so they don't get eaten. Like where I live now, people know they're eaten. They show up in the woods and people eat them. So, yeah. Yeah, just don't get too weird. Remember, this is a family channel here. Don't get too weird. I mean, it's okay. Oh, it's a conspiracy. Why is it that most invasive species are edible? It's a vast government conspiracy, probably backed by the Rothschilds. Agenda 21. If your veggies are fun, they want to take them from you and destroy the entire world. All of us are slaves. We all must behave. We're on camera every day. Our Facebook pages are spying on us, and we can't have our own food. If it's good, they'll label it invasive and send you out to buy some Cheetos at Walmart. Illuminati confirmed. Alright guys, we're coming up on the end here. SPQR Cincinnati says, David, this is another one I got to sing it. David, what is the plan that is most on your mind? I can't stop thinking about passion fruit. 1,000 flowers on my vines emerging. What's on your mind? It's not vanilla. Yeah, you know what? I think of what am I really psyched about lately? I've been kind of psyched about the black Suriname cherry. I tasted some of them from the Broward County Rare Fruit and Vegetable Council gardens because my new friend Farah invited me over there, and we picked some off the tree. They were just really good, and they have a little bit of a turpentine flavor, but I like turpentine. So, is Brazilian pepper good for anything? It's everywhere in West Central Florida. Yeah, I just chop it up and use it for compost. It grows back, I chop it down again. It grows back, I chop it down again. I just keep composting it so it doesn't set seeds. But actually you can dry the fruit and use them as a pepper. Look it up. It can be used as a seasoning, but yeah. The algorithms did not approve of that song. Yeah, that's why I have to be on unauthorized.tv. Archenema says, the Illuminati used to watch me, but they got too grossed out. Ay. Dank improv, bro. The peace symbol is evil propaganda too, man. Upside down cross with broken arms. The Neronian cross, symbol of the Illuminati. calm down. YouTube's boom, gone. Natasha says, the only plant I can't find a use for is stickweed. I don't even know what that... Did you make that up? Stickweed? The only one I can't find anything for is 2x4 vine. And, well, actually, I also have plastic cup fruit I don't like. Making that up. You're making that up, Natasha. Oh no, Virginia Tech is backing you up on this? Stick plant? Alright, 1 second. Stick plant, Virginia Tech. This is not a real plant. Stick plant? Okay, I'm looking up images right now. No, this doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make sense. There's a baby at my door knocking. Stick plant? No, I don't see it. Okay, yeah, no. Let's see it. Stick plant. Who knows what is real? The guide stones are engraved with our doom. They'll put you in a place with a stick plant, in a room that will become your tomb with a stick plant. Stick plant. Stickweed. Okay, let's try stickweed. 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 Dude, stickweed. Cool. Stickweed. Sticky chickweed? Sticky chickweed. This is not real. You guys are just like, I like, pencil cactus. Actually, pencil cactus, the pencil tree has a use. You can give people blisters with it. Wholesome Root says, hello everyone, what did I miss? You missed everything, but welcome. Pencil cactus, the pencil tree has another use. They were looking at using it for a synthetic gasoline, interestingly enough, but it was too resource intensive. Marie Boutique says, I've got pale swallowwort on my property. Sad. Low energy. I have asphalt butter plant. Okay, that's hard to say. Yeah, it's really invasive, and it's covers everything, and it's got 2 yellow stripes on it. Natasha says, my phone just died when he was looking. I was going to say, the Illuminati don't want you to know about stick plants. They're coming for you. They're coming for you. Stick plants. Stick plants. It's not real. The eye of Osiris, watching forever over the stick plants. Mass starvation and sterility from the stick plant. Hey Patty, nice to see you here. Leadwort. Yeah, stick plant. Alright guys, I'll set up like a real real live stream tomorrow. I did get a $5 super chat tonight, so it was more than worth it. I'm just kidding. It's more than worth it because you guys are here. All of you. You're such a crazy bunch, man. It's so much fun. I just wanted to hang out with you all and start the week off right. And I'll be doing it the rest of the week. And I've got so many videos from Florida. I must have 12 videos I've got to edit through. I've got some hilarious stuff from my sister Christy. I've got some bits and pieces I recorded on the road so I can do a little tour video thing. I've got all kinds of stuff. Mart Hale doing his rocket oven, very cool invention. It's not his invention, but he tweaked it. He did his own version of it, like he always does. Like he can't leave anything alone. He's got to make the next version of it. So that was awesome. I could have filmed 10 videos just at Mart's place, just didn't have the time. I had to go over and film a video, which I just posted with Curtis's, man alive, growing a star fruit outside in North Florida, surviving the frost, using principles from Push the Zone. And that's my old star fruit, by the way. I gave it to him, so really cool. Anyhow, yes, I hit 60,000. Thank you very much, Robbie and Gary. Much appreciated. And be sure you check out the Homegrown Food Summit Encore Days. Go sign up, link below the video. Also check out Amy Stanley. She printed these beautiful Food Forest shirts. And I put a link to her website below, Charisma Products, I think it's called. So check that out. That's this shirt right here that I'm wearing, which looks so cool. She's got them in a few different colors. I think she's put them on her website. So check that out. And I will catch you guys tomorrow. And I'll be probably posting another video tomorrow too. So I'm going to be playing this guitar. I also got a banjo, but I'll save that for a future stream. Thanks for watching. Check me out on the web, thesurvivalgardener.com. God bless you guys. Have a good night.